a divider between two worlds. On one side, Tijuana.
Tijuana is one of the most including, welcoming cities.
In the distance, San Diego. A bicultural community where the realities of immigration are on full display.
There is a crisis at the border, it's usually on this side.
Although the 30-foot-high wall divides two nations, the Mexican side is not spared from the effects of U.S. immigration policies.
This is a small outpost, this module of Otro Lado.
For almost a decade, Otro Lado has offered pro bono legal and humanitarian aid to deportees and migrants.
This port of entry is called Chaparral if you're on the Mexican side. If you're on the U.S. side, it is called Ped West.
Nicole Ramos is the director of the Border Rights Project at Otro Lado. The project provides legal help for refugees looking to seek asylum in the United States. In 2016, she began accompanying asylum seekers to the El Chaparral port of entry located in Tijuana.
This used to be one of the port of entries where asylum seekers would be processed. During the period when we had appointments through CBP One, asylum seekers would come here to be processed.
But on day one of his second term, President Donald Trump canceled all appointments scheduled through the CBP One app. Its sudden disappearance left around 30,000 people stranded, not knowing what to do next. It led some to the offices of El Otro Lado.
Alguien aquí tuvo una cita que fue cancelada. Okay, entonces varias personas. ¿Cuál día fue su cita?
Lawyer Hollie Webb tried to answer questions from migrants and asylum seekers as best she could. The Trump administration hasn't provided much information about any next steps. 3 days after the inauguration, Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center in Texas sued the government for attempting to fully shut down the asylum process at the southern border. According to immigrant rights groups, the U.S. is legally required to uphold the right to seek asylum by international and American law.
At this point in time, no. There is no pathway to asylum at a port of entry or in any other manner in the United States.
According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, people can apply for asylum, quote, if you are at a port of entry or in the United States. However, El Chaparral, the place where Ramos started her immigration advocacy, is now empty. The empty port of entries are not normal.
That port of entry is relatively new. It's a few years old, and it has a processing capacity of approximately 800 people. On that particular day that we were trying to present individuals who were seeking asylum, there was approximately 200 people.
Like the port of entry, the Borderline Crisis Center is emptier than usual.
Right now we have 24, which is unusually low, but understandable given the warm welcome of your president.
Judith Cabrera de la Rocha is the co-director of Borderline, a shelter for migrant women and children in Tijuana. Cabrera de la Rocha began working with Borderline in 2020 after the 2018 caravan passed through Mexico. She has seen the highs and lows of migration in Tijuana.
Something that I've learned over the years is that down here, it pretty much always feels the same because the violence is structural and systematic. And it doesn't change whenever Democrats or Republicans are in power.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
While it's true, a border may divide the U.S. and Mexico, organizers like Webb, Ramos, and Cabrera de la Rocha will not be stopped by an unnatural, steel, 30-foot barrier.